So for anybody in chat, interaction works by using the redeems, which are not turned on until we are definitely started. So the redeems will turn on and you will be able to cast spells. You can send messages. You can do all kinds of shenanigans with that. However, that is not the only way that you can interact. You can also just make stuff up in chat and say you're doing a thing, and you can have complete fun with that. However, the more disruptive or more crazy or more powerful the thing is, I'm going to say in chat as a reply to it how many Tatos you need to achieve that thing. So you have to gather your fellow Tatos in chat to achieve different actions. We've done that in moderation before, but we're kind of making it more of an official thing. So say you're like, I don't know, I want to make this one person start floating for some reason, then I'll be like, okay, that requires 3 other Tatos. And so then you just have to get 3 other Tatos to say, yes, I'll do that as well. And then the action happens. So it's like a free way to interact besides the redeems. But I will moderate it within reason. But yes, moderators.
No worries. You don't need that.
Don't worry, I'm handling it.
Yeah, and don't worry, nothing bad will
I like
He just laughs through the entire sentence.
It's always a good...
I see dental, Tato Union, healthcare insurance.
I am totally fine with paying for the Tato's dental and healthcare insurance, considering they don't have teeth and are immortal.
Oh, you know what?
Seems like pretty cheap, honestly.
We will cover it then.
The Tatos get healthcare, but we don't.
Oh no!
That would be expensive.
I need vision.
I'm sorry, we're still missing a friend here, and they still haven't given us any updates on that.
Well, we'll do
the
that.
The Tatos get dental.
We'll do that eventually. Okay, so anyways, getting into things, right? We need to go into the magical world of Korea, so we don't have to answer these questions.
Okay, so going into the magical world, so last quest, and it's okay if you were not here for last quest. It's not important. It's not. I mean, it is important, but
for our feelings.
Yeah, for our feelings, for our heart. But it is okay if you missed it for context. But last quest ended with some heavy stuff. However, it has now been a few weeks since those events, so all of the characters have had time to kind of come to terms with that and figure out life and existence and such. However, during that time, there have been more disappearances in the Adventurers Guild. There have been more instances where people have noted seeing these strange cloaked figures, which now the players have directly interacted with. And there is no current word as far as a lead as to where they are. So the players have just been sent out to establish a new base for the Adventurers Guild. So it is the very first kind of separate base for the guild in a different area. So it's a big important thing, and they're trying to get investors and make it this big deal. And so that's kind of where everybody is going. And so players, this is your first time out pretty much since all of the ordeal that happened last time.
All the nice calm stuff that happened.
And yeah, totally calm, totally chill.
Totally calm.
And you guys were told to basically just mingle and make a good impression for the guild. You'll be meeting a couple of other individuals who are there, potentially investors, some random onlookers, that kind of thing, and it's basically to show off what will be the new Adventurers Guild, or like a new building for it, and it is in the Nimbus Sea, which you guys have not been to. And is everybody unionizing in chat? I look back down and I just see Kay say, "Oh, what are we unionizing for?"
Wait, Moz.
Wait, Moz.
What?
What was that? We see something weird there.
As a union member, I'm very pro-union. Let's go.
You did this. You blindsided us. Okay, but yes, so that's the current situation you guys are going. And the fun thing is, do we have a link for the little blimp guy, the Helium Fish?
Yeah.
Guy.
They're
what?
the best thing ever.
Yes, so you guys are riding on a blimp. However, it's not just any blimp. It is a blimp that is made on our Helium Fish, and that is the Helium Fish in chat. Now, they have a really dumb face, and they are huge, so they are blimp size.
They have a really dumb face.
Uh,
Oh! He's cute. He's cute. He reminds me of a little rain frog almost. Oh, so cute.
Yes, but that is the size of a blimp.
Yeah.
So
there is a pretty much like a ship type thing attached to its stomach, and it just floats along like a big blimp. And so you guys are in the little ship part that's attached to this giant, really intelligent looking fish thing. Yeah, that's where you guys are. Did you want to add anything to where the players are or anything like that?
I mean, I think.
Did you name the blimp?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I didn't see that until
Wait,
just
what's
now.
his name?
it's a ship.
What's his name?
So he named the ship, which we hadn't talked about it, and it's okay because I don't normally name the stuff David does. And he named it SS Mist Shaker.
I like it.
I feel like
like
it makes
it.
sense. But yeah, you guys,
good.
like Ash was saying, are in the Nimbus Sea, which, for people who don't know, Ash was kind of describing, is not traditional sea. It is essentially a really big valley in between a mountain range that has such condensed cloud cover that the mountain peaks coming up, breaking out of the clouds, make it look like little islands and stuff. So it's just a valley full of clouds that makes it look like an ocean, but it's technically you would just fall through forever if you dropped off. You can't swim.
And fall to your death.
I mean,
kind
it
of thing.
depends. Like, I guess.
I mean, technically, Ellie wouldn't.
Well, Ellie
That's true. I can fly.
Ellie can only fly through it for so long before the condensation from the clouds made the wings not be able to work.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so
And then just whee!
I've thought about this for this,
Flat.
just in case.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, so that's where you guys are. Should I turn on the actual Tato redeems now?
Yes. And then, Robbie, you already know where your character is as far as they are also in the same room that everybody else is in, where people are kind of enjoying different attractions and things like that. And we already talked about it, so you know why you're there and whatnot. So Robbie is one of the guests. Not just here, but like in the game world as well.
Yes. So, players, you are currently we're starting you out. You are inside this little like a blimp thing, which looks like a pretty fancy ballroom setting. There are like nobles dancing around, a band playing. You see different there's some vendor booths set up. There's a spot where it looks like you can go outside onto a deck to get closer, just like feel the air out there and get a better view. There's large dome windows around. There are waiters and servants carrying drinks and hors d'oeuvres, that kind of thing. There are some rowdier people cluttered by a table. Seems to be like arm wrestling. There appears to be some people playing card games. And yeah, so you are just pretty much supposed to mingle and make the Adventurers Guild look good. That is what you were told.
Oh, David, can you add this to the commands on Stream Elements?
Yeah.
With that title, and then this is the description. And then while you're doing that, we're very organized. So, Tatoes, did you describe where they are?
Nope. Oh.
So,
okay.
Tatoes, this is everybody in chat. So all of you guys in chat, once again, you are the little Tatoes, which I don't know where my little Tato guy is. There he is. So this is you. And you all find yourselves in the kitchen of this blimp, and you guys are helping prepare the foods and the drinks for all of the people on the floor. And what you do with that information is up to you. If you would like to try to poison people, or if you want to make delicious foods, or if you want to go on strike, because that has been coming up a lot. And apparently Mo
Don't
is
lead
now
with
union
poison.
rep.
Wait, did Mo get elected union?
I mean, 7 votes
That's
for
a pretty
union
good-
rep.
yeah.
I'm one of 7.
Oh.
Wait, how do I vote?
It's too late.
It's already happened. It's already.
Bobby, this will be my warning to you right now. Don't mess with the potatoes. Don't do it.
Why
Don't
would
get
you
on the
lead?
bad
You
side.
don't lead with poison. You lead with better.
Look, there's not
Yeah.
much to worry
Mess
about with
with them.
potatoes.
It sometimes works in your favor if you do.
So we once took
Commands are on now,
individual hostage. I think it was like the first or second quest.
It was like
I
the
think it was
Second quest.
second quest.
Second
Yeah.
quest
I have
rather.
erased that from my mind. Well, does not
Yeah,
have
the
that
Tatos
memory.
have took a hostage and then broke the Geneva Convention multiple times.
Yep.
While they're holding.
Yeah,
a
that got
hostage,
dark.
so-
They also
I don't know.
made
We don't
sure
talk
someone
about
fell
that.
in lava. For
We
sure,
never talk
on that
about
same
that?
quest.
This is why they need a union.
Yeah, they need a leader. Someone who just collects eyeballs now.
Then we
Mhm.
negotiate with Maz. It's all good.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
my
represent
question.
the players and the Tatos together, so both sides here.
Mhm.
But then
My
you
question.
need Twinkle as the translator.
Interpreter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twinkle's the interpreter. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
even just talk to Nia and Tato and be like, as my VP. Got it.
Vinny,
We'll,
were
like,
you
we'll get your services.
wanting to ask something?
Oh yes. Are there windows in this ballroom?
Yes. So they're like a large dome, or just like kind of like those bay windows, like big ones, so you can look out and really see the cloud sea laid out before you and the little mountain peaks in
Right.
the distance.
Toby is laying on the floor.
Oh,
Aw.
Toby.
I
Good
would
start.
imagine that the rest of the party and the rest of the group, and possibly help from the Tatos, it was everybody's combined effort to get Toby onto the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He cannot do heights.
Oh, Toby does not like heights.
Aw.
Okay.
No.
There was an elevator in the first.
There was an elevator incident in Quest 1, and he never really recovered from that.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yep. But luckily we just had our very first redeem, some chaos magic, which
Great,
based
we're in the
on the
air.
one that was rolled with 15,
Wow.
the Tatos came together and the gravity in this room got a little bit wonky, and it's now kind of like the moon. So
Oh my god.
people are
Oh my
going
God,
up
I'm gonna
high-
be
so
jumpy.
Toby was laying on the floor and now just suddenly started lifting
Oh no.
like, up.
He's gonna grab like a chair or something and just like hold himself to the floor.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wouldn't the chair also be floating though, unless it's like bolted down?
Bolted, yeah. I mean, that would make sense since it's a ship.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like you could definitely grab one that's like one of those bolted down benches. Because,
Okay.
yeah, you are in like a hot air balloon thing. Yeah, so you see like waiters and nobility and stuff like while they're floating. But
Oh
most of them
my!
are just like, a lot of them you can tell have been partying and are kind of drunk. So they're just like, and just keep like
I'm
Go
sorry,
with it.
the waiters are drunk?
No, not the waiters. The like nobility and
Okay.
stuff. Like, the waiters probably wish they were drunk, but they are not. So.
I feel like Ellie's attire is like from mix of hand-me-downs from various other bugs with things that was found at a thrift store to try and make it look fancy, but like not the good thrift store, like the bad thrift store. And so I feel like she's got like a really big like coat that she had to make the second set of arms for, and then like a short tie that's like for a
Oh my
little
God.
kid, and like like just completely botched but trying to look nice.
That's cute. I like that.
I love that.
Yeah, if anyone else
I
wants to
think
describe what they're wearing,
Twinkle is like, well, what she's wearing, I imagine it's just kind of a fancier version of what she already wears. It's just kind of like a cute little like dress that kind of matches the succulents and stuff that she has,
Oh.
but it's like longer and probably a little bit more ball gowny. But I think how she's going about this is just trying to be like the exceedingly charming little like British girl, like, how do you do, sir? And she like gives out all of the people she's trying to impress like a little flower or something like that.
As you're stealing it from their
what
pocket.
is-
Oh yeah, she's totally
What is
pickpocketing,
Squish's attire?
Oh my
They have a
god,
little
what a
baby
little
dragon for
attire.
anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah. He has a little bow tie for sure.
Yes.
How big is
Yeah,
it compared to him?
I want to be jumped.
How big is he right now? Is he still
He
pretty,
has actually gotten bigger. He is about the size of Yoshi now, so he's like 50 pounds.
Oh,
Big.
wow, okay.
Yeah, so then
Bigger
just
than Twinkle.
walking next
Yeah.
to you. Yeah, not you like carrying anymore, because that would be crazy. You just fall over.
I almost like to think that it's proportionally small one
Yeah,
because we
like-
got it when he was still smaller.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's just
that's
like really
cute.
tiny.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone also has fancy mustaches now, thanks to some
Oh.
illusion magic.
Oh, awesome.
This
Mo's
is fun.
able to tell it's fake, though.
I'm gonna pretend to twirl it.
Yes.
I have to imagine that like
Um,
Toby's wearing like a really fancy like military jacket with like gold like
Oh,
filigree and stuff.
I like that.
Because of like his status in the his previous status in the blanket brigaders. No,
Blanketeers, right? Or
blanketeers. Thank you.
you guys are currently.
But
the
he is just but he is currently just pinned to the floor. Just
Poor Toby.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Toby.
What is Mo wearing? Like Moz, like what's her like fancy kind of get up?
I had to pull up my Pinterest board for Mo just to get an idea, but I have the image, but like I'm gonna try and describe this as best as possible. She's wearing this like floor-length gown where each level of it is like full of like iridescent blue, and it comes out in like waves. So it's like it looks like it's pleated or like cut in a way that it comes out in waves and like oceanic with like white at the end for like the sea foam.
Oh,
And then it goes in like dark blue to light blue to like the white at the ends, and it just comes down in like layers and layers of like rippling waves, and the like a neckline with like beaded like shimmering like sequins, like flowers and things, but they're actually not flowers. They are like corals in different shapes that look like flowers, so they're like arranged in that way all around. And she has her tentacles like put up into two like ponytails or two like pigtails coming down, and has like a fan that she's like fanning herself with. She is for sure ready for these events.
oh
Yeah, you are.
And
sure.
she probably had it probably had like outfits for everyone, but like didn't want to like impose it on them. They're like, oh, it's there if you want it. So they were just like,
Oh. Yeah.
it's not
No,
really
that's
hot,
too
but
fancy.
I just like to fan this as much as possible. Makes people wonder.
Is that a fancy thing? Do fancy people do that?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna grab a napkin and I'm gonna start fanning myself.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Perfect.
all the rest. Yep.
I'm gonna try and
I'm doing it.
mimic.
I'm gonna grab one of Ellie's wings and also fan myself.
I just imagine like Toby's on the ground, just like,
Well, like
nope.
being floated
Yep.
up.
And then everybody just starts fanning themselves. And then Robbie.
Yeah, Mo will switch between herself and then. is this? Do you feel better? Do you?
Oh, are you like fanning Toby on the ground?
Yeah.
Robbie, what does your character look like, and where would they be on this ship? So it is
Yes.
a big ballroom, like David had said. There's a lot of different things to participate in, so just kind of quickly going over it again. There is arm wrestling that's happening between a couple of people who seem a bit tipsy. There is like little magic duels that seem like they're pre-set up, so it's not like people like full-on battling.
It's not like an actual fight going
it's
on.
with
really.
like little mini cannons that people are firing off as
better.
a little game, like a vendor game.
Yeah.
There's gambling, and it seems to be there's almost like a little merchant store setup thing. And there's also outside on the kind of balcony thing overlooking the sea of clouds, so that you get a good view
If
of
you want
the
a closer
clouds
look, which I'm sure Toby
and all
wants.
that. So Robbie, where would your character be?
Yes.
And then you can describe what they look
Yes,
like.
please.
Is the balcony that overlooks the clouds, is it an open area, like it's open into the clouds, or it's just looking like there's a window?
It's open,
Yeah.
so it is a balcony
open
that
air.
has rails for protection.
Yeah.
But it is actually open, so it's kind of like a porch, almost, where you can actually step outside.
What time of
And-
year is it?
It's a good question.
Nice in the sky.
Spring.
Yeah, it's not.
Summer?
It's not
Hopefully
too-
warm.
It's not super cold.
Yeah.
we're like thousands of feet up in the air if we're above the cloud cover.
Magic?
Magic, got it.
Well, to be fair, it's not like necessarily like proportionally all the way up in the sky. It depends on how tall these mountains are.
Oh yeah,
because it's like in a
these
valley.
clouds are actually very strange. I should say that they are sunken into a valley between mountains that creates the sea of clouds. So they are lower lying clouds than like
Definitely still
the upper
higher
atmosphere.
up, so
but
it would
you're
still be
high.
colder. Yeah, it would still be colder.
But you're not like above all clouds. You're just above these clouds.
Yep.
If that makes sense. But yes, it still would be probably pretty chilly, but magic. Maybe there's magic on the porch because we didn't
Magic
think
heaters.
of this. But it's comfortable.
Yeah. There's servants doing fire magic near people.
I think my character, having watched gravity turn off and his drink float off into the top, he's probably going to step out onto the porch to hang out in the clouds, where he hopefully doesn't float away. Hopefully there's still gravity.
For some reason,
out
you
there.
step out onto the porch and gravity is normal there, but if you step backwards, it's not normal. And it's like right on the line of where you step out onto the porch.
Yeah, so you would probably, from behind, see a person with some salt and pepper, kind of black and white, short hair. Their skin is kind of this almost deep purplish sort of color, and you can see a little bit on the back of their neck some like freckles and things that they kind of almost glow slightly, and they have elf-like ears as they're walking away. But then they have this beautiful cloak that kind of flows to the floor that's this gray with white and black stripes up near the top, and surrounding the collar is just 3 rows of the same color feathers as they are slowly walking out to look at the clouds.
I like it. And Toby, you are also being fanned as well by a Tato that is on top of you, fanning you
I
with part of an
appreciate
arrow.
the help, but this is not helping.
A different Tato also, while you're being you're holding on like that, Toby comes up and tries to unfolds a little note to show you while you're holding on that said, "Why did the Tato become a comedian? Because it was rooted in humor." Like just showing you.
I'm sorry, that's a bad one, but it's good.
Twinkle laughs way too hard.
I love that.
I'm not gonna get it.
I feel like
I'm just laughing along.
Ellie sees that Twinkle's laughing a lot, and then it's like, oh yes.
And then I'm gonna laugh and point at everyone else who's losing all their drinks and food and floating about.
Oh yes.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Oh, actually, yeah. If I feel like maybe some people with looser pockets, some of their things are maybe floating out. Twinkle is just going to casually go collect some of those things.
So one of the most interesting items that you would actually see is you see a gentleman come downstairs from somewhere upstairs, because there is a spiral staircase going upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And as he comes down the stairs, he begins to lose his footing. So it seems like the weird anti-gravity thing is literally just in this room, not even upstairs. But as he's making his way down, he starts to float and just kind of step forward. And he floats right over your head, Twinkle. And as he does so, you see a really, really shiny, seems to have been well taken care of pocket watch that has a compass and all kinds of stuff, and it is really nice and gold and shiny, and it starts flowing out of his pocket as he's floating above.
Can I make a slight alteration to that?
Yes.
Because of there are some Tatos that said they were making ice on the floor in the kitchen. I'm gonna say some of the ice leaked out, and when he was walking down the stairs, he slipped on the ice as the anti-gravity hit him. So yeah, everything else still the same though, but he also slipped on ice. Yeah, thought that'd be funny.
How high up is it? If I were to jump for it, would it be really obvious?
I don't know, because it is higher up, but lots of things are all floating about now. So I feel like Twinkle's tiny, that if you do good enough on stealth, you can easily be you jump up and you're hiding behind chairs that weren't bolted down or stuff, and pushing off.
She's just kind of moon version of parkouring between like
Yeah.
bits of furniture and stuff that are floating. So yeah, she's gonna try to get that watch.
Ooh, okay,
Is it
so-
just Twinkle that sees this, or do we all see this?
You probably all would see it happen.
So you
I would
guys
say,
see
like-
Twinkle like making eye contact with this item coming out of this guy's pocket, and then just starts like moving towards.
Squish also.
Is it interesting?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Twinkle, not in front of the child.
Oh,
Bad
I'm
influence.
just jumping.
Bad influence.
It's okay. I rolled a 2, but so I do add a bit. Hold on 1 second. Need to double check.
And remember, you guys can
I got a
always
9.
give her help with it.
Yeah, if any Tatos want to help her steal from this person.
So, with just a 9 though, I'm gonna say you do an okay job of your space parkouring, but you overshoot, or you put a little bit too much power into your last jump for it, and instead of grabbing it, you more just like hit it farther away, and it like with the anti-gravity sort of like flies, and you're like trying to get closer to it, but you just pushed it farther, and now you're just
Sir,
higher
sir.
up floating.
She'll land again and just like whisper to Squish, like, help me get that.
Are you
Not
gonna
right
like
now. Be
squish
subtle.
and then just be like,
Bubba's grabbing it with mage.
ooh, okay.
Sir, I think your pocket watch is floating away.
Percy, shut up.
So Tato in chat, can you roll to see if you can get it in time before they're like, and then what you do with it at that point is up to you.
Yes.
Oh, so that would be a 15. So let's see if he's able to grab it. We'll
Okay,
do
yeah.
competing.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Well.
I rolled a 5.
So the Tato mage hand successfully grabs it and just like
But
brings it.
the gentleman is aware now, unfortunately for Twinkle, that a Tato has just taken it. But then I'll say that's when
Okay.
gravity is
Yeah.
normalized.
And gravity goes back to normal.
So Tato, you have it and you can run with it if you would like.
Or you can return it to the man, or
It's over there. The strange fake creature is taking it away.
I just imagine
I
the
was
Tato's
trying
like,
to stop that Twinkle. I mean,
Oh.
I was trying to stop that Tato. Sorry, Freudian slip.
I was trying to control myself. Like
it didn't work out though.
So the Tato says that they're just gonna run with it. So the Tato starts to run away, and this man who now that he came down, you can see this appears to be a half orc, a little bit more burly set man wearing a captain's hat and a loose fitting, a little bit not super neat captain's uniform, and he just says those little rascals, and just starts like trying to run after the thing, and then
I yell in Tato knees like, run! Book it!
and
It looks like it's not going well.
Yeah.
The Tato is stumbling.
oh no, oh yeah.
They trip over some of the stuff as gravity
Oh,
becomes
should he make
normalized.
another check then to try to catch
Yeah.
up to them? Okay, let's see athletics check.
Bubba!
Catch up to him.
Did you roll another 5?
Yeah, I actually got another 5.
Oh wait,
What
so
the-
he actually
Oh.
wins because he had a 6.
Well, Bob was blowing up the guy.
Yeah!
Like, Jesus.
Chaos.
Captain!
Oh my god! Good
chaos.
thing he doesn't need to do anything with the ship, probably. So
Wow, I really hope this isn't a key NPC or something that we need
So
to talk about
funny.
because they're gone.
so they the captain also wasn't fast,
Not
but he was
anymore.
a Tato. So the captain pretty much gets to the Tato like, there you are, and then just sees the Tato's like leaf catch on fire, and it's like, ah,
I got something.
oh no.
Okay, you're so chaotic. So in that exact moment that the Tato looks like it's getting ready to blow up, you see as a very tall, kind of well-built woman with a very, very long hair, almost down to her knee, that's braided. She seems very stern and serious and walks up and quite literally just takes the Tato as they're on fire, like fire in their hand, and then puts them in a little baggie, and you see a puff of smoke come out of the baggie, and then they close up the bag, and then they hand it to other Tatos, and they look at them very seriously, and they go, and then just clear their throat, and they're like, I'm sorry, sir, for that. disturbance.
Yeah, I know how they can be. But thank you for grabbing that little guy for me. I didn't want to lose my watch.
It's okay. I'm used to protecting everybody, so.
That's great. As a captain, I respect that.
And then the woman kind of looks out to everybody and she just says, I'm sorry for the disturbance, everyone. Hopefully they can keep themselves in check. And she kind of looks to all of the little Tatos for the rest of the night. I hope you all enjoy. We have plenty of things. And she kind of gestures over to the little fun pew pew booth thing, and you can actually win a miniature Helium Fish plush, which is floating, by the way. So the little Helium Fish plushes are floating. The arm wrestling and things like that. She kind of just gestures around the room before saying one last thing that you guys don't see, except for Robbie's character would see this, is she says, also, if any of you are interested, we do have a fortune teller that is out on the deck if you all are interested in having your fortunes read.
The captain, we got lots of drinks here too. It just grabs 2 little like martini glasses off of like passing by people.
Yeah, there are drinks.
There are drinks. Oh, okay.
Most likely. I'll take 2.
No, sorry, that's Maz being. Was that muffled for anybody else?
Yes.
Or is
A
she-
little.
bit.
Yeah.
Did we get
Okay.
muffled?
Okay.
Did
So
we
when
get
the
muffled?
music is playing or something, there was like when it stopped for a second, I heard you really clear, and then it went muffled.
Oh.
But I don't know if it's a Video Ninja thing or if it's a stream thing. But
Might have
just
been
wanted to make
Video
sure.
Ninja, because I feel like chat is really adamant about spamming and being like, you sound weird! Chat, did we sound
Okay.
normal to you? Ish.
While they figure that out, I'm gonna grab a drink and I'm gonna go try to win one of those plushies.
Oh.
Because they seem really cute. We don't have to RP it, I just want a plushie.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause- yeah.
And Toby is going to prone crawl, like army crawl on the floor, over to the Bubba King Tato and grab him.
Yeah.
Just hold him. I need a prop. Hold on.
We
I
need
don't
to
have
get you all Tatos.
Yeah.
Here, you can be this person, Bubba, for a moment, and Toby's just gonna hold them and go, "Are you out of your mind? We're thousands of feet up in the air, and you cast fireball.
Yup.
Toby, while you're holding
This
him,
fish is full of helium."
you're holding him for this, and he just like brings out another little note and shows you, and it just says, "Why did the Tato refuse to play cards? Because it didn't want to get mashed in the game." While you're like,
Not-
There's no time
serious.
for jokes. No fireballs on the helium ship.
And that's how everybody died.
This poor
Yep.
fish.
One fireball. It was a good session, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Real- okay.
Real new
Nice to meet
characters next
New characters.
week. Yeah.
And then Toby's gonna set the Bubba King Tato back on the ground and go, "I'm watching you, and all of you." And it's like he's still on the ground and he's
Yeah,
pointing at all
that's so
the Tatos. And then he
Twinkle.
crawls back to his position right next to the secured sofa.
Twinkle,
on the
you hear
ground.
one of them say, "Fireball? Who said anything about fireball? I'm trying to cast explosion!" And you see one that's just like, woo!
Twinkles just goes up to Toby and she's like, it might be fruitless to try to tell them to do anything. Maybe use reverse psychology, something. Because as soon as you tell them to not do it, they're gonna want to do it even more.
I dare them to do it.
Maybe don't do that. Maybe never mind. I don't think that's a good idea either.
Dangerous dare.
See what happens.
Oh, Ellie, I don't know if you saw, but you got handed the plush from a Tato that won. So you were like waiting your turn, and you saw a couple of
Aw.
Tatos taking their turns, and these are like little mini cannon gun things that are firing off of an arcane magic. And you actually see as there is a person that's kind of giving everybody turns, and they're a little otter person, and they seem very excitable. And you're waiting your turn, and one of the Tatos won and then turned to you and gave the plush to you.
I'm just gonna cherish it. Like, she's just gonna be so happy that she can't even speak words. It's just like this, kind of like noise, and just happiness is just gonna hold it staring at it.
Yeah, if you squish it, it starts to like float a little bit. And, like,
Okay,
on
she's
and
gonna
off.
squish
Yeah.
Yep, it makes a little
Yeah.
noise every time you do it.
it. I'm gonna be like a dog that has a squeaky ball. And just keep going.
Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah.
What is everyone else doing?
Oh yeah, Robbie, what are you doing?
Yes.
I feel
out
like
on the balcony.
yeah, you're out on the balcony. So they're out on the balcony. You see, let's see who's on the balcony. You see one individual that is a small little gnome individual, and she seems to be shuffling around with a what kind of just seems like a gem ball type thing. And then you see another person who seems to be kind of stressed out, and they are what we call churn, which
There are Yanti, but they
That's
have
what it
little
is.
like horns on them essentially. Yeah.
but they seem to be stressed out, and they are wearing one of the staff outfits, and they are kind of just pacing back and forth. But that's who's out there with you.
Okay. I think seeing someone just kind of pace around looking a little uneasy, I would try and go over and comfort them a little bit. Just
Okay.
kind of.
Yes.
Kind of that, like, you okay?
Yeah, kind of just, walk over and kind of just look at them, see if they acknowledge me, if they even notice me, if they're just like so kind of freaked out that they're just in their own world or whatever.
Okay, so you're good, hun.
Oh yeah.
You go outside, and then so you see this person, and you go up to them, and this is you, David.
Yes.
And they seem rather nervous.
Oh, hello. Hi. Hello. Did you need did you need another drink? Maybe an hors d'oeuvre or something?
No, I'm doing just fine. Just want to see how you are doing. Doing okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks. It's just this is like a lot. His job is very demanding, and honestly, I mean, I came up here to clear my head a little bit, but then I also remembered I don't even really like heights too much, so I kind of can't like looked over the side a little bit. So yeah, this wasn't really a great place for me to come out here. I don't know. I needed this job, but it's pretty stressful, you know.
Well, you shouldn't continue to do something if it's going to stress you out. You should try to find work that makes you happy.
Oh yeah. I mean that's true. It's just, I guess I haven't had too many jobs yet, and so I need to figure out what works for me and stuff like that. But I don't. I mean, once we get to we stop at the island, I don't really know if how much more I want to do this. Honestly,
Well, we could go inside and find something interesting to do and take your mind off things if you're not working right now, if you're on a break or something. Or there seems to be someone crawling around on the floor squeezing a small creature angrily. You could join them, I guess.
I mean, I am on my break. I don't really have too much longer until I have to start again. But it does sound kind of interesting to see what's going on with that. Sounds like there's just some guy in there, like, squeezing a creature? I mean, I do technically work here right now, so maybe I should at least make sure I check on that.
I'll poke my head around and just kind of look back in for a second. He seems to be slamming it against the floor, screaming obscenities. So I'm not quite certain.
Oh god. I mean, that sounds. Okay, that does sound like that might just stress me out a little bit more, but I'm also very interested. Oh man. Okay, you'll go with though. You think?
Yeah,
Like,
we'll go
well-
see what's going on.
Okay, let's do that. My name's Yisp, by the way.
How you doing? I'm Aerith.
Oh, nice to meet you, Arif. Okay, let's go inside and see what's going on with that. I guess that individual attacking a small creature in there.
You know, there are crazier things to see out here.
Oh yeah, I heard. Okay, let's go inside. We got this. We got this.
Okay.
You can tell he's mostly talking to himself with that, like not you. You got this. Okay. So
I'll walk inside with
yeah,
him.
you guys walk back inside.
Did you say your name? The name was Jesper for David.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
YSP.
Jesper. And then it was Aerith.
Yes.
Okay.
So you, Robbie, you and Yes walk back in here and start walking through the crowd and head over to where Toby is on the ground with the Tato and any of the other players who are nearby.
And Mo, that is when you are handed another eyeball.
Oh,
but
no.
this one you see is
Oh,
shaped
Jesus.
out of some of the ceiling. I like that I have to specify another.
Another,
At this
yeah.
point, Mo is used to it,
Yeah.
I hate to say. But this one is shaped out of some of the texture, the ceiling piece, and it is just shaped into the appearance of an eyeball, so it's not an eyeball. But you know, there's just a little missing spot of the ceiling now that is now in the shape of an eyeball and is handed to you by your little Tato friend.
Is there dancing in this like ballroom?
Oh yeah,
There's some people that are getting into
because there's like a
it.
band playing and stuff too. So yeah.
If I just imagine she has like one of her hands holding her dress up and the other one like dancing with someone like a waltz, and then just handed this, and then she just like muttering, "Put this back right now." Where did you get this from? Sorry, to whoever they're dancing with, just like,
Ooh.
no.
Do you
No.
all want to know the individuals that are around the room so you can decide as to who you would interact with?
Yes.
I could give you relative ideas. So there is a human that seems to be very pale and is very nicely dressed, but seems to be kind of nervously looking around with their back against a wall. And they are standing next to another individual who seems to be trying to get them to dance. And they're kind of like doing a little thing next to them. And then there is the woman from earlier who took the Tato, and she seems to be trying to look at all of the Tatos and make sure that none of them are lighting things on fire. I saw you guys saying that you were going to do a giant
Yeah, I saw
fireball
that too.
later. I saw that you were saying, well, wait, there is dancing.
Yeah, there's dancing.
Yes, there's dancing.
Because it's like a fancy ballroom, so.
Anyway, so she's kind of taking into account everything that's going on. There's another individual who seems to actually be taking flowers out of his pocket and then putting them into little like cups on the tables. So he's just like happily putting more flowers, and there were already some flowers in there. And so he's adding more to them, and he looks nicely dressed, but a little less showy than a lot of the other people. There is, let's see. There are two people, and Rachel's gonna be the only one who knows these people because this is from something a long time ago. But there are two technically turkey-esque individuals
Oh god.
that are very fancy and very well dressed,
Yes.
and they seem to be kind of dancing, but they're like not really getting into it. Like they're too above it. Like they're just like.
Too
And-
above it.
Yeah. And they seem to be judging everyone, so they keep pointing at people and talking about them. Like, really obviously, you don't even have to be able to hear them. They're just, like, pointing and being like... And then there is actually another kanji who is here. They have shorter tendrils kind of coming down for their hair, and it's very wavy and short around there. And they seem to be kind of doing the wallflower thing where they're observing everybody else and taking things in. And then there is a tabaxi woman, which you guys would recognize. That is the woman from the mines
On
from
your first
all
quest.
those moons ago, all those
That
months
I-
ago.
Could not stand.
Yep.
Yep. The Himalayan cat tabaxi lady. There's the merchant who's running the stand. There's you would now know the ship captain, the man that Twinkle and some Tatos were taking stuff from. Which I think a different Tato went and took it and then ran with it when that Tato went to explode.
Oh my god. Okay, so
So I think it's still on the run
Oh my
somewhere.
Tato also apparently ran up and pretended like it was gonna fireball at Toby, only to stop, and then like laugh and roll away.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. And then the last ones is just the various staff members, like the one that's with Robbie, who's a churn,
Yep.
and then another staff member that's handing out drinks and stuff like that, and then the fortune teller who's out on the deck. And those are all the individuals. It's a lot. You don't have to memorize them, but just
It
to
is
give
a
you a
lot.
lay of the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo, if they're dancing and they see the kanji person, they would immediately like try to, if it's like a thing where they change partners or like a waltz or something going around, they're like, oh my god, they're just so surprised that they've seen someone. Like, oh, hello, and just like, oh wait, oh, you look great, and like passing people, like, and then doing a little spin, just, oh, hi, would you like to dance?
Oh, me? Oh, wait,
Nice.
are you Moira?
I am.
It's an honor to meet you.
Oh, oh, it's an honor to meet you. And they'll kind of like pull them to dance. Come on, we can chat and dance. I never get a chance to dance.
They seem a little shy and timid at first, but then they become very graceful, and especially because both of you are kanji, so you're very floaty. You guys don't walk. Two kanjis dancing together is like such a floaty process. So you guys are definitely like the center of the dance, of just like flowing around the room, because it's very elegant, especially with like tendrils and the flowiness. Yeah.
So, what are you doing up here? What is your business in the heavens?
I actually am here to potentially invest in this endeavor that the country is seeing too.
Oh,
The new guild. You know, things
business
haven't been the
kanji, I
same
see.
recently. I don't know if you've been back.
no, I haven't.
We've seen more and more of the large Titan creatures. They've been getting too brave recently, getting closer and closer to home. Your family's quite stressed.
Oh, I have not heard a thing. It's just so. I've been so far removed all this time. I thought everything was fine. Tell me more about what's happening. Is there something that is that? My goodness, are my sisters okay?
Yes, everybody is fortunately okay, but we're not entirely sure as to why the creatures have begun attacking. As you know, usually our city is peaceful, but recently it seems as though the Titan creatures are being driven closer and closer. But we need more funds to be able to protect the city. So That is why I find
Oh,
myself
I
in
see.
an environment unfamiliar.
Well, it was so nice to see another Bungie. I was so excited. I'm so sad that you bear just such troubling news, and I hope your investments go well. I can see if I can help you with this. I have a couple of friends here who are part of the adventuring guild, and they'll kind of see where Ellie is. She is one. There are 3 of us. They'll see Toby.
Toby's on
2
the
of
ground, like
us.
hitting.
They're just like, yeah, let me put you right here. Like, there, like, you know, there was one of us here. Maybe he's not here. I don't know. Just
Toby, what did you do?
I love
The
that it's
tail.
hanging.
like,
Oh my god.
This
what happened?
How did you hang
He
it?
had a fire.
That's so funny.
What is it hanging
What is
from?
it hang? It's from a cord. I'm assuming a phone charger.
Where did you get the little
But from
fire
where?
thing? What is happening?
This is what
I've got
Mo.
a whole bunch of extra
Bible.
cables. That's magnetic. It's connected to my light arm that's up there.
Ah,
That's so funny.
It's giving torturing the Koroks and
Yeah.
Taste of the Kingdom.
this poor Tato.
yeah, no
Oh.
kidding. They can
This
teleport
Tato
out
knew-
at any time.
Potato knew what they did.
I love the
Yeah,
idea of
it's
somebody
you
coming
knew
in
what
that
you did.
exact moment that you're like pulling the torch out and there's like a thing hanging down and having no context. Like somebody just pops in like, I wonder what this is. Okay.
Should I fully
Twinkle's
walk
over there
around the
next
ballroom
to-
just like, nope.
It's like when you
Twinkle's
walk into
over
the
next to
subway and
Toby,
you're just like,
just like-
yeah, maybe not today.
Yeah, no. If that's
Maybe
like,
that's-
I'm imagining that's what the Tato is. Like, it's tied up right now in this. And I think if it's the same one that's been dealing with, Bubba redeemed another message for Toby while they're dangling upside down that says, why did the Tato start a band? Because it had some serious spectacular rhythm. Like, while you're having it upside down.
Twinkle's just over there watching Toby with like a little bit of popcorn, just like fully enjoying the spectacle.
Squish is also eating the popcorn with you.
Perfect.
Some other Tatos also make sparks fly around Mo and this other kanji while they're dancing and talking.
Oh, look at that. Did you get this from the ceiling? Is this asbestos? I don't know what this is. What is going on here? And they kind of look to Tato and to the kanji. Like, I did not get your name, did I? I apologize.
Oh, it is perfectly fine. I'm Floressa.
Floressa?
Mhm.
Oh, well. Nice to meet you, Floressa. Ellie, are you nearby? Let me see. And they're going to introduce them to.
Ellie's like squishing.
Yeah, Ellie's
But,
still
like-
probably like squishing the thing, so it's just like me.
Yeah,
She
that's
seems
exactly
a
what
little
it
busy.
is.
Twinkle.
Yeah, Twinkle's nearby because
With
they were just like
popcorn?
eating popcorn watching
Yeah.
you with
Oh,
Squish.
they're not busy. And they're kind of whisper to Ellie, like, Ellie, I have a friend to meet. Would you like to meet them?
What?
Okay. And
Friend? Oh.
this is Twinkle.
I can. Did you need some? I can. Hi.
I just
Hi, Floressa, Ellie, Floressa, Twinkle, Floressa, Twinkle.
It is very nice to meet you. Anyone
wanna
who's a friend
squish?
of Moira must be great. And just kind of takes the squish and squishes it and then hands it back to be polite.
God. You were never gonna keep it. this is mine.
So I have to say,
Oh.
the
so
visual
cute, like
of
it's
like
so
this
nice.
very elegant dance and then being like, oh, you must meet my friends, and then going over and like Twinkle's on the ground eating popcorn and then watching Toby like string a potato and be like, no, and then
This big beefy barbarian
Mo's
person
just
like,
like, okay, this is a little weird, let me turn to Ellie, and Ellie's just like, me.
I feel like Mo's
Weird
like
friend.
older sibling that's like introducing their friend, and they're all their younger siblings are just running around, just, oh, They need nap time.
I think when she walks up, Twinkle tries to wipe the crumbs from her face.
Bowl of fire.
Fire!
One of the wood
But-
things too, isn't it?
It's really
Yeah,
nice.
it's a wood
though.
wick.
I have
Ooh,
that
the
candle.
crackly ones.
Those are
Yeah.
nice.
They're really nice.
Yeah, those are nice.
Oh, focus, guys.
Twinkle just gets up and like curtsies, but she still has like popcorn crumbs on her face. And she's like, "How do you do? I am Twinkle."
Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. The pleasure's all mine.
You notice that Squish is like mimicking like Twinkle, like
Oh,
with
yeah,
that
like
bow
curtsy.
and stuff, and it also comes up to like shake their hand, but then also just starts messing with their dress to see if there's like shiny pieces, like just trying to like take off of them.
Sorry. He's just a bit handsy. Hey. Twinkle just leans down. She's like,
Squish.
more subtle about it.
Yeah, Squish, you can't do that.
Squish like winks and walks away, and then you see that took like a button, like off, and she was like Twinkle like.
I give her a flower to distract her from that happening.
I also
She accepts
what I
it
love about this
politely.
is because Robbie's character was walking over to the group before already, so then just seeing like
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Aerith's seeing all this while talking to Jespers, just like, maybe we should speed up our step just a little bit.
it's
I
like
imagine-
don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Just
I
see
imagine
all
it's
that-
like your conversation happened and then like some of this started,
Yep.
but then as you guys are walking in and you're walking to the other side of this ballroom, just kind of very casually pacing it, moving away from the people who are dancing,
Yep.
you see like the Tato getting strung up. You see like this weird interaction between people. You see this little creature stealing something from this other
Yeah.
woman. You see also, by the way, there are little Tatos that are following you, Ellie, also squishing plushes. So there's now
Oh, yeah.
multiple like
Oh,
just like
this is
echoing.
great.
Aerith starting to think, maybe I got on the wrong ship.
Yes says to you, should we still go over to them?
Let's just make sure that this poor person is not about to strangle a small creature in the middle of a dance floor and
Oh, okay.
put them
I
into a
think
ball of
it-
fire.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they went more to the burning route now. Oh, like,
Well, I hope they know that a flame on a helium object is not a good
yeah,
idea.
No, that's not good. Yeah, okay, it's for safety, so we gotta continue on. Okay, yeah, okay, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so getting over there, you'll see a little bit better of Aerith's face, and again, he's got kind of a close cropped salt and pepper beard with some freckles just kind of underneath underneath his eyes that glow slightly, and both of his eyes are they look almost crescent shaped, reminiscent of, and he'll kind of lean down on his haunches there a little bit and just kind of look at Toby and be like,
Do you realize how many times I've been fireballed? It doesn't feel very nice, does it? It's not safe to do
We're not
this on this ship.
Not a paladin anymore.
should be kind of proud that you lived through a fireball. Not many people live through that, so it's impressive.
Oh, well, we've definitely had our fair share of adventures and mishaps. Don't mind him. He likes it. Hi, my name is Toby.
Name's Aerith Wren. Nice to meet you. But I must ask that you maybe release the small creature before you. Hey, you don't
Despite the
have
way
to,
that it-
obviously, but you seem to have an
Despite the way
accord.
but despite the way that it looks, they actually do like it.
Yeah, looking, you probably see the table like, like hanging upside down, like, hey, like, oh yeah, it's waving.
Oh yeah.
Aerith, upside down.
I'll grab the string and spin it around and just kind of look at the Tato and be like, "Are you sure you like this?"
Blink twice.
It's enrichment for them, really, because if they're not being strung up and being held over this fire right now, they could be going up to the fish and setting that on fire instead, which would be terrible.
Yeah, you will
Is
see.
that something that they do?
Oh, the tato that's
It's not
strung
outside
up
of their
literally
scope.
goes wee.
You can actually see more near the ceiling. There's like a bunch of potatoes that seem to be almost like making like a ritualistic circle or something.
As I kind of look around and then notice more of the potatoes and the debauchery going around amongst them, like, well, this seems to be part of the norm.
I apologize for the potatoes. It's a blessing and a curse to have them around. They've saved our lives many times, but they have made things very difficult at others.
That's fair. Also, I didn't know if you knew this or not, but you do know you're on the floor.
I am very aware.
Okay. I didn't, sometimes people drink enough, they end up on the floor. They don't realize they're on the floor.
No, I've started this trip on the floor. I've only known the floor of the ship.
Is it clean?
It is clean.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. Yeah.
You see like one of the staff trying to sweep around to get up the debris from hanging the tato and stuff, and they're just ignoring the situation like, excuse me.
Would you like to get up off the floor and
No, I'm good here.
are you sure? Are you scared?
I have a mutual disagreement with this guy.
You know you're on a ship, right?
In the sky.
Yes. I just want to make sure you're aware of everything going on in the situation.
I am very aware of everything that's going on in this situation. I am a member of the Adventurers Guild, and I have come to represent them as one of their people. I am also here with my team, the Blanket Brigaders, and we are here to make sure that everything goes well on this ship, and to keep an eye on the potatoes, and make sure that Twinkle doesn't steal too many things from these patrons around.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never steal. And it's a pleasure to meet you despite what it looks like. Toby is usually very brave.
I
He
believe
just
it.
doesn't like being really high up in the air.
That's fair.
I'm a little cranky, and I'm venting, as you can clearly see.
I'll look up and be like, I apologize. Twinkle, is it?
Yes, that's me.
Nice.
Sorry,
There.
when I hear a country accent, it's really hard for me not to immediately replicate it.
Hi, Twinkle here.
Twinkle here.
Twinkle.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna say Twinkle, and I'm gonna say Twinkle. Yes, I noticed that you were kind of quick with your hands there, just a little bit.
Oh, well, I just like to see what's around and the types of things that people keep on them. It's just investigating.
Of course, investigative stealing. I get you.
Right. Yeah.
Twinkle, you see that?
Right.
You see that? Squish is now behind Robbie's character, going like indicating like, do I take from this one?
So then, Robbie, all you see is just Twinkle do that, like, be like, no context though.
I'll do it back, not knowing. I'll be.
Okay, let's roll for
Yeah,
Squish stealing from
let's
Robbie.
see how high.
Interesting joke.
Okay, roll for perception, I guess.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Robbie, and let's see who wins this. If you're aware that you're getting being robbed.
Well, as the first roll of the night, I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I'm gonna guess that I don't notice this being.
Yep,
as my
you do
perception
not.
is not. Yeah.
So what is a random item that you would have on your person that would be like in your pocket or something? Because it would be whatever Squish would probably grab first. Oh, but you did just get inspiration.
Oh,
so
yeah,
if you
so-
wanted to use it, a Tato did
Yeah.
grant
You also don't have
inspiration.
to. It's good for the whole.
Oh, I'll save it. This will be fun. I'll just pretend like I don't notice this.
Maybe you're distracted by a mage hand from a Tato bringing in a pot of boiling oil
That-
and putting it under the dangling Tato.
There's a lot of distractions on this
Yeah,
ship
maybe
right
Yes,
now. There's
there are.
two wonderful creatures dancing. There's a person laying on the floor threatening to kill a small creature, or at least severely maim. There's some interesting things going on.
They can't really
See, I've got
fully
just
die.
standard stuff in my
Oh, no, what
pack,
else
like
is
some
grabbing?
incense, a candle, some rations, things like that. So, and
Ooh.
15 gold if you can manage to find the gold pouch.
I don't know if the Tato could carry like 15 gold because of how.
You mean squish?
Oh, squish. Oh, right. Squish is
Squish.
squish is.
Okay, how many things was that? That was like 4. Can I roll a d4 for it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, we'll say 4 is gold, 1 is rations.
2 is candle.
Okay, yeah.
Let's just see.
It was 3. What was 3?
I think that's the only one we.
What was
That was
incense?
3. I had some incense.
Oh,
What's
okay,
Okay,
that's what it
so-
is. Yeah.
So, you no longer have incense.
Okay.
We'll say Tato. Oh my god, I don't know where my brain is
That's
today.
okay.
Twinkle, when she's doing this and sees Robbie do it, she like forms it into a flower to help distract.
It's your go-to move,
She's
isn't
like,
it?
pretty cool, right?
Twinkle,
Very
you see Squish pull out 2 little incense or a couple of incense, however
Yep.
many you had in you, out of his pocket, and then just wave them around. Like,
Twinkle just gives a low thumbs up while still holding up the flower.
Right.
So you say y'all are here to protect the ship?
Well, we're actually more so going to be establishing a new sect of the Adventurers Guild. And this ship is taking us to where we might have it. So we're here to represent the Adventurers Guild and leave a good impression, which I think we've done so far.
We left an impression.
maybe not a
Squish.
good one.
Squish. I kind of think Mo's like the only one who's left like kind of a normal impression
Yeah.
so far.
Yep.
That seems like a pretty
Yeah.
worthy cause. See, the Adventurers Guild is unionized, though, right? Just want to make sure.
Oh, what do you mean exactly? If you're asking
know-
if we have dental, we don't have dental.
Well, normally when you're adventuring, you adventure for about 2.5 hours, then you get a 15-minute break.
What?
Then every 5 hours,
2.5 hours?
that's right.
That's crazy. No, but tell me more.
Oh no.
They also give you dental if you got teeth.
Wow, that's crazy. Guys, did you know that we could get dental and breaks? Like mid-quest?
What's dental?
I don't think I have.
I don't know if Twinkle has teeth either.
That's why I said if you don't have to participate.
Toby,
Yes,
you
but
could
do,
use
do
that.
they
You
provide
have
anything
teeth.
for tendrils or, they have base buns or succulents? Like maybe do they
Yeah,
give
do they have
botanical
like plant
care? Yeah.
Oh, plant
That is a
care.
That's a good question. You'll have to ask your union rep at the
Oh.
Adventurers Guild.
Oh,
I
In the
could
middle of
really-
this
have a union rep.
conversation, I'm just gonna squeak, and it's gonna be that really long, awkward squeak. Really.
Like a rubber chicken.
Yeah.
Mo was talking to Florissa and just heard the union talk, but she was in the middle of like penning a write a letter, but she had a Tato write the letter.
Oh.
So whoever's on her shoulder, we'd be like, dearest Flynn, there's a party here, and yet all I see in the heavens and clouds is your face. But I hope you are well. I have troubling news about my people. And just like writing like the info from Florissa and just like introducing Florissa even in the letter. I've met another kanji today. Florissa, say hi. And then like hands a paper to Florissa to write, say hi. That's them. Did you get all that? And then say to Tato, and as they were talking to him, we'll turn to Aerith and be like, oh, another friend. Hello. Moira of the Deep. You can call me Mo. I'm part of the group here. We're here to... What are we here to do, actually, Twinkle?
We're representing the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, so we actually don't know what we're doing. Got it. Mo was just like, Flynn, don't worry about it. Cross all that out, Tato. All that out.
You see, they
Make
were
it
already
sound like
writing
I
it.
know what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, just big, straight through text. But they go to Twinkle, just like, oh yes, representing. We're here representing the Adventurers Guild.
So I guess
Yeah.
that was to Aerith.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that
Aerith
to
and,
me?
like while Ellie's
Yeah.
like doing the slow squeak.
Yep.
As
Yeah.
you're
And,
as it's slowly releasing, I'll pluck a feather from my mantle around my cloak and just hold it out, and it'll turn into one of the little, use minor illusion and turn it into one of the helium things as it just kind of jumps around in front of it.
That's so fun. How'd you do that?
Just a natural little thing that I picked up on my travels.
Did that hurt?
Not really.
Okay, that's good. You know, I think sometimes, you know, us bug people, if we lose an arm, sometimes we can grow back, and I've always wondered if I can do that, but I don't want to try it. So, do you grow back, or is it just part of your hood?
Oh, these are just a part of the cloak. They're not
So
a
you-
part of me.
Okay. Do you find
Yes.
more feathers to put in to replace?
They kind of come back as the day begins.
Oh. Oh, interesting.
I would say they regrow.
Regrowing feathers on a hood.
Just more elaborate tornado torture setup.
So Bubba also said another joke, by the way, and
Oh my
said,
God.
I threw a fireball at the party and things really started heating up.
Oh my god. And
Did he really
Jeremy
throw a
was adding more
fireball?
fire to the setup for Toby. So
Oh,
another team is also heating it up more.
oh my gosh. Yeah, there was a tato that came out with like oil and stuff, and they're a little pink tato that's like
Oh.
rubbing their little nubbies.
What's
and being
going on,
like,
Tatos?
I really like the idea that
Are you
they're
guys okay?
having conversations with Aerith, and then there's just Tato's nearby, like, doing this stuff, like, just off to the side.
Do we need to take care of that? I can just grab a glass of water and throw it on there.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit much
he needs
fire.
to go through it till no, he needs to. I don't know what's going on. He was talking to something random last time, and it didn't sound like his goddess. And I don't know what's going on, but it seems like he needs to get through this.
Yeah. Well, I can confirm that the Tato does like it.
Yes.
Having a lot of fun, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I
He could
heard.
easily
that.
poop away if he wanted to.
It is what I've heard.
not worried.
Judging from all the other chaos.
Mo will like take one of her those stones that make the water, like from the first adventure that produced the
Yep.
water, and just like position them around the fire,
Just in
so it'll be
case.
like a squirt gun,
Yeah.
like yeah, pointed. She'll just like have it primed. She's like, oh, where is Roxanne? Did we leave her at the front of the ball?
I think
She's still at the entrance.
Is she not with Boat? Didn't we leave her?
Oh, I can't leave Roxanne. She's
I'm
My-
kind of imagining Roxanne just
I
out
work
on the
with art.
balcony looking out.
like
At the
seeing
sea,
things,
like,
having like
sightseeing,
an
like-
existential
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all of this is happening, and then it just cuts to Roxanne, who's just like, turn left at life.
Oh.
But no one can hear them.
It is not about the destination,
No, they're
but you have
stand-
arrived.
they're standing out there on the balcony looking pensively off into the
Oh,
distance.
that's good, Mom.
But there's also this other like drunk noble with them, and is like, "You're so right," and just like drinking. Like,
I love that. Oh, that needs to be Roxanne's quote of just, it is not about the destination, but you have arrived. That is amazing.
Yes.
They kind of like having that moment mid-sentence. They just have like a ping from Mo saying, "I need you to make sure we don't all fall down." Mo from the first adventure is not afraid of heights, and from the pre-first adventure, the prologue, she's afraid of just falling and like just falling. So she's just like, I need to make sure that doesn't happen again. So could you come here and take out this fire if anything happens? Just watch.
Yes.
I don't know if you're busy. What do you mean you're not busy?
No.
Commandment. Order. just come here.
I was not busy.
Yeah, you're my best
Everything is
friend.
Okay. You are the only one who understands me.
That's right. Here, have a shot.
This poor rope.
Okay, so luckily you call them away from the edge because there was a Tato plotting to shove them over.
Yes.
Which this is several 100 feet drop, so they would just be falling and falling and probably explode
Just
on
shatter
impact.
on the yeah.
So that would just ultimately kill them horribly. But then Roxanne makes their way over and then stands next to the fire to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand.
You notice they have like water on that's poured on them.
Fortunately, at the same time, to end the madness and fire safety for Vidi as well, the same individual who put the Tato in the bag earlier takes like little snipping tools and cuts the Tato down, catching them away from the fire so they don't light on fire. And then they just look at all of you who are like around this situation, and they just pour like a bowl of water over the flames, so you don't have to have a pile of flames on your table back there.
I'm just letting you know right now, these candles smell phenomenal, but having
I was
5
wondering if it was
minutes
getting
in time-
overpowering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got like sea scents and like fruit scents going on at the same time.
Ooh.
I don't think it's a
That's
good idea.
interesting
That sounds
combo.
nice. Yeah.
But yeah, so the water has been poured out. Also, I'm horrified to see, oh, you took my fire away, huh? I'll show you, fire old lady. Oh, all that smoke's gonna be interesting in the air for you too, if that going out.
Yeah.
Chris.
We're fine.
Yeah, that was great. So it's out. And then Roxanne looks at you, Mo, and is like, may I return?
Oh, yes, of course. What were you doing? Oh, no. Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, God.
Ah, Roxy!
Is Roxanne okay?
She hasn't quite did the save. You know.
I feel like
I
they're
haven't
normally pretty
updated her
neutral.
software.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything. There's no updates. I don't. And then Mo just like thinks to herself like, "Can a homunculus servant advance in like?" Wait, no. There's no
That's
way.
crazy.
There's no robot uprising. No. Anyway,
Was that a robot? Just came in.
I would call them more solemn robot-esque. It's version 2.0.
They
Red
they
Rock was the first one. This is Roxanne. They were created from rock crystals, and I felt like those names were very appropriate. A couple of Tatos helped me with this one. Oh, and Twinkle actually named Roxanne.
She looks a little glum.
Well, that might have been due to the fact that Roxanne was forced to march for miles behind the beetle.
Yeah. In
the
pouring
swamp.
rain.
Well,
In the swamp.
well,
Yeah.
Are all of
Again.
y'all okay?
No. But
No.
yeah. And I'm gonna sleep.
Roxanne is fine. Maybe.
We can have a short intervention if you need. You know.
Yeah, Toby, are you okay?
We can all talk this out.
I'm gonna poke Toby.
As long as I'm on the floor, I am fine.
Would it be better if the windows were closed?
No, because that's only covering what is beyond the darkness.
Oh my god.
It's not.
Uh,
I mean, I can fly. You know, I can if that helps.
That's really great for you, Ellie.
I can hold you and we can just fly. You know.
As you're saying this too, a Tato flew past the outside of the window and did a little fireball. Like,
Oh my
against
God.
the
We're all
window.
gonna die.
It didn't like break the glass or anything, but it just like weep, like right past.
Just next to the fish.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't have a good feeling about this today. I think if we
I don't either.
yeah.
I feel like the whole ground
excited.
under me is about to just disappear.
yeah.
And that's
Mo,
not
you're-
what I want to
Mo.
feel.
Mo, you don't
Hmm?
feel the ground.
I have tricked myself enough. I am safe. Where's another drink, waiter?
Oh
Looking
yeah.
at
I
the
think
gap,
it-
the gap of floor that
Yeah.
exists between the ends of Mo's tentacles and the floor.
Yeah.
They're covering.
I think maybe
Oh,
we
that's
should
right, that's true.
trauma dump on our new friend over
Oh,
here. So Eric, why don't you tell us about yourself? What brings you here?
I'm traveling to, y'all say you're going to the Adventurers Guild, right? Like they're building a new one. Is that my understanding?
Yeah.
Right.
Think so.
Well, next to it is a temple that I want to visit.
Ooh, a temple.
Toby, a temple.
Trying to
did
get
you
your
say it like
depressed
that?
friend.
Oh my gosh. Too soon.
You know, for that problem.
Oh my god.
What problem?
We just went through it like 2 weeks ago.
It's okay. It happens
Oh.
to a lot of people
Yeah.
at your age. I get it.
not gonna-
Don't worry about it.
How old
Sometimes
do you
the
think
temple
I
will.
am? Is this a common occurrence for people around my age to lose their goddess?
Oh, he said it. I didn't say it. He did.
Okay, so now it's okay to ask. Okay, so Toby, how are you doing about losing your goddess?
That's why we want the temple. Yeah.
Back to me. I'm sorry.
Just in general, we're just.
Lost your goddess, and I'll reach out for a second and just kind of like put my hand on your shoulder, and then kind of like pull my hand back quickly, like, oh, you don't quite have the same reverberation that someone like you should have. How long ago did this happen?
2 IRL weeks.
I'd say just 2 weeks in lore too. Probably yeah.
2 weeks.
That is a lot to go through in a short amount of time. You can-
Yes, and I was the one who. She was suffering. We needed to free her.
I see.
Has not been easy. So this temple you mentioned.
Yeah, temple for Toby.
No, not for me. Ellie. There are more than just temples for Farine. Who is the temple for?
Well, they go by a lot of different names and have appeared to people in different ways. But to me, they appeared as a large bird with large wings, which, being where I'm from, we didn't even know birds existed. We thought they were a myth. I'm from underground. It's a whole thing.
Me too. Yeah.
Did your people think birds were a myth? We never saw them.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's complicated. Stuff. You know.
Birds are definitely not a myth. What?
I know that now. I did not know that at the time.
When you
What
say
did
you're
you-
from underground, you weren't from like the capital caverns, or were you underground somewhere else?
Somewhere far, far away. My sect of elves, we kind of lived underneath the ground for a long time. At least, they still do. I don't.
Why is that, if you don't mind me asking?
That is a very long story, one that should be had over many drinks. And we could all sit down on the floor as all these people are dancing around
Yep.
us, and we're
Yeah.
just sitting on the floor.
You also notice as the two turkey-esque individuals seem to be actively eavesdropping because you all made quite a scene and they seem
Yeah.
interested, as though like everything else is boring. You're at least the most entertaining thing happening in here. So they're trying to pretend like they're dancing, but they're obviously like
Like, they
moving
keep
closer.
Looking over,
So
like,
they're just like really awkwardly like moving in, especially when you were asked personal questions about your life, like, ooh, give us that saucy goss.
some Tatos also do an illusionary, a duck walking in front of Robbie's character.
It's a duck swarm.
A duck swarm.
It's a
Okay.
swarm of
Duck
ducks.
swarm.
Just like
They're just like,
illusionary stuff.
They follow us everywhere, you guys.
Yeah, these things, like, we thought this is mythical. Just,
You know what this is?
I mean, like, all right, it's not as mythical as, like seeing a crabicorn, but like,
Mo screams.
Oh no! Oh yeah!
Mo
Bastard
and
ducks.
clutches Toby and says, "It's happening again! Coming for us again!" And just like clutches them as the swarm goes by.
Oh, I should have told
Remembering
Robbie
the
this.
zoo.
Oh, I forgot.
Mo.
So
Like
ducks,
ducks?
are
Mo.
mythical.
Oh,
It's
the
happening
ducks
again.
ducks don't exist in this world.
No, remember when Mo and Toby got haunted
Yep.
by the large plastic duck? So they just like, it exists again.
Oh,
Fear is a myth. I can control my fear. My fear is not me. I can control my
My
fear.
fear is not me. Does this work for you? I can control my fear. Does this work? Is this how it works?
I'm gonna hand over the plushie and I'm gonna squeak it. Here.
Okay. Squeak.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Oh wait, am I supposed to supply the squeak sound too with it? Is that how it helps? And then they press it and they're like, squeak.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you gotta go with it.
And they
Yeah.
just close their eyes until the swarm passes.
Oh, yep.
Did it squeak?
Mm-hmm.
That's yep. That's it. Another Tato is also trying to shoot water near the turkey people to scare them away.
Okay. Let's see. Oh man. Okay. So, yeah, I like this trying to scare the turkey people away. They seem annoyed, but they're not too intimidated,
Yep.
luckily. And so, especially with just little water guns going towards them, they seem to try to casually kick the Tato out of the way as though it's like, scram! So that's great. I know that chat Tatos love when somebody actively hits a Tato. And then another Tato comes up and is nervously shaking, hand tossing a bag of flour from the kitchen into the room, filling a little bit of the space with fine white powder. So you guys just see as there's like a Tato that's just like throwing out flour. Also, Goomba wanted attention, so now he's here.
Goomba's cute.
This is all baby.
Yeah. Bird, you underground deep saw Bird came up. Did anyone else see Bird?
No.
So they
This,
thought you were crazy. They kicked you out.
No one thought anything. I was kind of laying there dying.
Oh.
But Bird appeared to me and saved me. and bestowed upon me this cloak and my staff. And I've been wandering around ever since trying to figure out who it was. I finally learned a name not too long ago, which was Zashi.
Tazashi?
Zashi.
Zashi.
And this temple is a temple to them. So I'm gonna go see what it's about. Which you're more than welcome to join, Toby, since you seem to be a temple aficionado yourself.
I think it would be very interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Not saying if you can do whatever you'd like, but I would maybe take some time to think about stuff. Especially with your internal reverberation being a little panicked right now.
Oh, I would agree. I definitely need to spend some time figuring out exactly what is happening.
So you stay here on the floor as long as you need, okay, buddy?
I appreciate that. And I will stay there.
I love that. You just stay right there on the floor.
You
little
can
guy.
just do what you need to.
Oh.
You know what? You want more potatoes to choke. Come here, bring more. Come on. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Bird Temple. So are you're not part of Adventurers Guild?
No.
Okay.
I support their efforts, though. The captain of the ship sort of owed me a slight favor, so he allowed me to take passage.
Oh, that's nice of him. He seems like a pretty nice guy. I mean, I don't know what he really does. It's an animal that's flying this. I think he has a fancy hat.
It's a hard job to wear a fancy hat, let me tell you. Some people don't have the head for it.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
I can't really wear hats.
I was about to say that, Twinkle.
Yeah, it has to be like a really tiny hat.
They do
like a
make
miniature
tiny
hat.
hats.
Do they?
Yeah. You just get a
Where?
tinier one, but it's real tall.
Ooh, like a tiny top hat, but it goes on for a really long time.
Exactly.
Off the screen, even.
One could say.
What?
Say.
I think I would want a white one.
like the Powerpuff Girls, like
No,
Doug
like Doug
Dimmadome.
Dimmadome. Like,
Doug
That's Fairly
Dimmadome.
Odd Parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, Fairly Odd Parents, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
So while you all are interacting with each other, another staff member comes up to you, and as they're going up to you, the Tatos are actively I think it was just attacking.
That's what
my
the potatoes are doing.
The Tatos are actively like attacking these two people, the turkey people. They're like spraying them with water and all kinds of things like next to you guys. And the waiter kind of looks at them and then seems confused and continues to step forward and then proceeds to just slide on the water and chuck a bunch of tea at you guys. And I'm gonna roll to see who the tea lands
no.
Oh,
on.
no.
So let's see. I'll say if it's a 6, because we have 5 people, then it won't land on any of you. But if it's not, then I'll just go through top to
Yeah.
bottom. Ooh, Twinkle. It was 1. Okay, so Twinkle, make a dex save to see how much of this tea is going to slap
Probably
you
the
in
best
face.
person for a deck save, though. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been Toby.
Probably.
Yeah.
I want Twinkle to just be like matrixing over this tea right
Yeah.
now.
Aw.
Let me look at my decks. Well, that's not too bad. That's a 17.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. So you manage to dodge just at the last second. You see them sliding on the water and they throw the tea, and luckily it just goes over your head. You're able to just dodge.
She fully does like the Matrix thing. Like,
Ooh.
Yes. It looks really cool.
it looks
my
slow motion for a second.
Yeah, Mo will say it. And, oh my god!
Twinkle, you're so cool.
I know.
Squish didn't even have the tea coming at them, but they also did like.
Just to mimic.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're really taking after Twinkle.
Well-
This is gonna be dangerous.
I am on the floor.
Oh. Would you think that you're behind or in front of Twinkle?
Adjacent?
Roll a d20 and it
Oh,
will just
no.
be a luck roll to see. So flat.
Yeah.
11.
I'll say
It's
that
over
it.
10.
Yeah,
at least,
I'll
or-
say that it misses you. But there's a hot second where you feel like you're getting ready to have tea
They probably
land
splashed
on you.
right next to him.
Yeah.
Like, since it was just an 11. So
Yeah.
they like barely.
This must be fate. Must be karma. For not holding tea anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot that's been happening lately.
The staff
I do miss
member
your tea.
seems really flustered by the fact that they just almost threw tea at one of the guests, and they just say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I think there's water
it's
on
okay.
the floor."
It's fine. There's potatoes on board. This is out of your control.
Oh, thank you.
It's not your fault.
Did you also fall? Is there a reason why you're on?
Yeah,
the floor?
Toby, it's not your fault. Sorry.
Are
Oh
you?
no, he came like this. He came like this.
I prefer to be on the floor. It's very difficult to fall.
It's very
When you're
hard
already
to
on the
wrinkle your
floor.
clothes when you're standing, when you're just laying down like that. So he's just very cognizant.
I mean, his logic really doesn't make sense because if something happens here, we all fall anyways.
That's not
Why would
comforting.
you ever say that, Ellie? I thought you were trying to make me feel better.
Off
It's
further
just-
the dance floor, there's another Tato
Yeah.
fireball that just goes off.
Yeah, it's
There's
just,
some dust.
it's
Oh my gosh! I
what
just saw
people call
Bubba.
physics.
I'm gonna fireball
Oh
her.
god! No!
Oh my god.
Can I save this
These poor
poor
staff members.
staff member
No one's
and
done
like
the fireball
yeah.
at her yet.
Oh heck! Actually, there was a fireball done at the flower, that is on the ground that was spread by a different Tato.
What does that do?
Well, they rolled an 8, so now there's just an active fire going on the ground in the
So
ship.
several of the staff members you
So-
see just like
Fine powder can act as an accelerant, particularly flour, because it can catch on fire very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's just an active, not too small fire just on the dance floor.
So
Right.
Oh no,
Roxanne,
it's not a.
Roxanne,
It's not a.
Roxanne,
It's not
report
a.
it, Roxanne.
It's a.
Oh!
yes, so there is an explosive fire that happens in this ballroom suddenly, and you guys just see as here. Let's see. I have a thing for this. I have a thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's just as the fire goes and lights that up, and that's actually a good place to end it. Yep, for today. You know,
Dang.
we'll just
We all
end
just
it.
died.
Uh-oh.
It was a good run. It was
Yeah,
a good run.
it's a
Rocky,
boom.
thanks for joining us.